Well, you probably saw this coming. But faith is a butter-making exercise. Blessings are like butter. They hide in the ordinary moments of our lives, going unseen, unnoticed, uncelebrated, until something comes along and shakes up that ordinary, revealing what had been there all along, but hidden. That was demonstrated, of course, in the sermon by example. But what I didn't say then, I'll say now. In the butter-making community, I don't know if we have any here today. I hear the Matos joined that community just this weekend. There is, they say, an almost magical moment when after the whipped cream turns back into liquid and you continue to stir it, there is a magical moment when chunks of butter begin to appear out of that agitated milk. It's called, in the butter-making circles, the breaking point. Recipes say to stir or churn the milk until it breaks. Then, and only then, does butter become born. Now, those of us outside of the butter-making community don't often see breaking points in our lives as magical moments of creation. That is only within the butter-making community. And therefore, butter-making can teach us a hard lesson that indeed breaking points can be lessons if met with the right spirit. But as I said, that's a hard lesson. It's hard because breaking points are never easy. They're fearful. They're uncomfortable. We don't choose them. In fact, we avoid them at all costs. But sometimes we even believe that if we live good lives of faith, that will be the mean by which we can avoid being broken in life. But that's not true. No matter how good, no matter how faithful we are, such moments that feel like breaking moments come. And they bring hardship, they bring heartache, and they bring pain. Such moments come in the form, yes, of hurricanes like we've just seen. But they come also when relationships or marriages break, when promises break, when good health or dreams crumble. They come with the loss of a job, the loss of a loved one. No matter how good, no matter how talented we are in life, these moments come. Our faith is not a shield keeping these moments away from us, but our faith does allow us to turn those moments, to turn them into magical moments of creation. That's what faith does. Rather than have them remain terrible moments of destruction. That is what happened with the disciples. They were facing a breaking point there on that boat during that storm on the Sea of Galilee. That is what happened to the disciples at the death and crucifixion of Jesus. Each of those were breaking point moments. In each, the disciples were despondent. They were angry. They were confused. In each, they pleaded to God, "Where are you? Do you not care? Can't you see that we are suffering?" But these breaking points, as horrible as they were and are for the disciples and us, they also were beginning points. Beginning points, not just breaking points. And In such moments came the opportunity for the disciples for something new. In them, they came to see things differently. In those moments, their hearts became open to possibilities that before were unseen. Their unwilling spirits suddenly became willing to change, willing to become new, to transform, to reorder, to reinvent themselves and their future. And because they had this opening to possibilities, after that break, after that storm, after the death and crucifixion, something completely unexpected and extraordinary emerged in their life. Blessings, delicious like butter. The same has happened, I hope, in our lives over the past few weeks. In many in our community, a more Holy Spirit has emerged. One of neighborliness, of care and concern has risen to the top. For some, once strangers have now become allies. Hearts and homes with power restored have been opened, inviting neighbors in to have a respite against the heat, enjoy the air conditioning, charge their cell phones. Rarely do we even know the names of our neighbors. Now we're inviting them in to have conversations, charge their phones, ask how they are. Is there anything we can do to help? Friendships have been created and strengthened. Neighbors that were hurried to evacuate first took time to help others with their hurricane preparations and shut-in. Food and water were shared. Community barbecues took place to cook the food and then distribute it that was about to go bad to anybody that had need. Lives once separate, behind air-conditioned closed doors, have become mingled and shared, and a greater spirit of community has emerged. Julia Child just might say that these acts, these results are the butter on Irma's toast that make even it palatable. These acts over the last 2 weeks spoke peace into that raging storm as surely as Jesus did from that boat on the Sea of Galilee. Each act stilled that storm, at least a little bit, and created peace, at least a little bit, in the hearts of those that were suffering. Yes, Irma has shaken us out of our ordinary rhythm of our days, in some ways that were hurtful, but in other ways, that stirring caused something extraordinary to emerge. A more Holy Spirit, whose presence and potential surely lived in our hearts before the storm, but in the ordinary course of our days, it just lay dormant and hidden in our hearts like butter and milk. It was there, but maybe it couldn't be seen. The danger, of course, now that we face, is that extraordinary spirit which has emerged, a spirit as rich as butter itself, may, as normalcy returns, begin to disappear. We might go back to fighting our neighbors for open parking spaces instead of inviting them in to charge their phones. And that would be a shame. To preserve the butter-like blessings from Irma's journey, and to better prepare myself for another storm, whether it be a hurricane or something else, I have made myself a new storm preparation list. Maybe you have too. Maybe you've updated your old one. I don't know. But I've created a whole new one. It does not include the items with which we are so familiar on the typical storm preparation list, batteries, flashlights, etc. But from what I have observed over the past few weeks, I believe this list is every bit as important for surviving natural storms and spiritual storms. For this list creates a community of care stronger than any storm. And it will keep us well even after our batteries run out. Here is the list. If it helps you, there are copies of this list in the back. First, before the storm, stay in touch with family and friends and let those you love know that you love them. Get to know your neighbors. Get out of our locked, air-conditioned houses and condos and meet our neighbors. Create as best as we can caring relationships with them, no matter how different they may be or look from us. Discover now the joy of serving others and be eager to do so always, but especially in their time of need, for we will come into a time of need. Count your blessings each day and be grateful for what you have, and especially for who you have in life. And have faith that breaking points can indeed be magical moments of creation, of reordering ourselves and our communities in more healthy and helpful ways. Remember that sometimes the best blessings come like butter, only after a breaking point. And despite all of these things, if your dreams and your heart and your peace does indeed break, simply repeat this list. And then jump into the sea. That is the church by the sea. For we are your neighbor with open doors. We are your family. And we are the butter, which makes everything taste just a little better. Amen.